Before the rivers knew their names, before the trees whispered to the wind, before the first drumbeat echoed across the earth, there was a will to shape, to give form, to bring the invisible into being. I am Obatala. I was chosen to mold the human body, not because I am perfect, but because I carry the longing for harmony. Today I will tell you the sacred story of how humanity was born, not from perfection, but from purpose, and how even the divine can make mistakes so that creation may learn to forgive. In the beginning, Olodumare, the supreme source, wished to populate the earth with beings of spirit and form. To me, Obatala was given the task of shaping the human body from the sacred clay of the earth. With care, I sculpted each figure, eyes that could see wonder, hands that could create beauty, feet that could walk toward purpose. I worked in silence, with patience, with devotion. But one day, as the clay waited for my touch, I drank from a gourd of palm wine. And I drank too much. I molded with unsteady hands. I shaped with blurred vision. And when Olodumare gave breath to those forms, some were different, bent, twisted, marked. I watched in shame. But Olodumare did not curse me, nor did the Orishas mock me. Instead, the Creator said, "Even in imperfection there is beauty. Even in difference there is worth." From that day I vowed to protect those who carry difference in their bodies, to walk with those who others turn away from, to be the guardian of peace and inclusion. And thus, the world learned its first lesson, that creation is not about flawlessness, it is about love. I am one, but I have two faces, two rhythms, two ways of walking the earth. In the Candomblé Ketu tradition, my essence is known by two names, Oxalufã and Oxaguiã, two paths of the same light. Oxalufã is the elder. He walks slowly, draped in white, carrying a staff that touches the earth with each step. He represents patience, silence, ancestry. His energy is cool, reflective, eternal. He speaks without shouting. He acts without haste. He teaches that the greatest wisdom is to listen. Oxalufã is present in the calm of morning, in the hush of prayer, in the dignity of age. Oxaguiã, in contrast, is the youth. He walks quickly, his garments lighter, his eyes full of fire. He represents innovation, movement, the strength of the new day. He carries not a staff but a sword, not for war, but to cut through confusion, to open paths, to lead with courage. He is the impulse to begin again, to create the future with bold hands. Oxaguiã lives in the call to action, in the shout that breaks silence, in the rhythm that wakes the world. Together, we are not contradiction. We are balance, the old and the new, the calm and the storm, the staff and the sword. I walk as Oxalufã when you need to remember. I walk as Oxaguiã when you need to rise, because every soul needs both. The stillness of the mountain and the fire that climbs it. I have been called many names, but in every tongue I bring the same light. In the Santería tradition of Cuba, I am known as Obatala. There, I remain the elder Orisha, the father of peace, the creator of form. My worship continues with reverence. My colors are still white, my offerings still speak in silence, my presence is still called upon for justice and calm. Some of my caminos, my paths, are known as Obatala Ayaguna, Obatala Ochanla, each one reflecting an aspect of my essence, just as Oxalufã and Oxaguiã do in the Candomblé Ketu. In Haiti, among the Vodou traditions, you may not hear my name, but you will feel my breath in the loas who govern peace, light, and healing. In Angola and among the Bantu peoples, my form is not worshipped as Obatala, but the principle I embody lives on in the spirits that bring balance, wisdom, and creation. These differences are not divisions, they are adaptations. The sacred wears the clothing of each land so that it may be understood, embraced, and passed on. Because even when I am not named, I am present. Where there is justice, I walk. Where there is patience, I rest. Where there is creation, I breathe. You need not call me by name. You only need to act with peace. I was given the task to shape humanity, and in my hands there was both grace and mistake. But from that mistake came mercy. And from that mercy came the understanding that to create is to accept that some things will not be perfect. You too were given the task of creation, not with clay, but with words, with choices, with time. Your hands mold your life each day, and some days you will err, you will shake, you will lose focus. But I tell you this, you are still sacred. Your imperfections do not remove your worth. They reveal your humanity, and your humanity is divine in its own right. Walk slowly when needed, like Oxalufã. Advance boldly when the moment calls, like Oxaguiã. But always walk with intention, with reverence, with peace, because in every breath you are creating the world. And creation is not a one-time act, it is a lifelong offering. If this message spoke to your spirit, honor it. Like this video. Share it with someone who walks with peace, and subscribe so that you may keep learning the sacred names, the sacred paths, and the sacred truths that were never lost, only waiting to be remembered. I am Obatala, and I bless your journey. Walk well and walk in white.